Hope you all doing well. This is Marc from Preaching Sense, back at you all with another video. Just wanted to go over 12 fragrances, 3 for each time of the year, spring, summer, fall, winter. Just some ideas you can get if you just want to have a nice lineup for the entire year. You're not trying to necessarily go crazy with the fragrances. This is a good list right here. Let's get right to it. First one on the list, and I'll just start off with the springtime, so around that March, April, May time frame. And we'll start off with this one. This is Mancera's Vetiver Sensual. Sensuel. This one right here is a solid fragrance. It actually can work in the summer as well, but it just has some nice, it's a citrus aromatic type fragrance. And some, you're going to open up with that lemon lime, bergamot type of vibe with a nice hint of orange. There's some nice floral nuances to it, maybe an orchid or something of that nature. You're going to get a little bit of spice from maybe a mint or some pepper. And then there's some, of course, vetiver in there. It's not really, vetiver is not one of, even though it's in the name, I wouldn't call this a strong vetiver fragrance. So if you're not one who's into vetiver type fragrances, this one doesn't have, it's more in the background to me. And that vetiver note is a kind of an earthy, dusty, woody type of scent. And there's some mossiness to it, so you're going to get all those spring type vibes. And I think this is one of the best spring fragrances you can get your nose on. And it's very it's in a nice, for the price, it's in that $75 range, and I think it's worth really priced very well. So get your nose on it. This doesn't have a good amount of longevity. I'd say about 5 hours or so. So it's not one that gets you through your whole day. It doesn't project far off your skin, so it's not further than an arm's length. So I'm letting you know about that. You all are pretty big on how the performance is, but it's just, I still think it's worth getting. So for what it's worth, I think it really smells really good. So, all right. So next one on this, this is probably another one of my favorite ones that I love to pull out in the spring, and I pull out in other times of the year too. But this is Penhaligons Sartorial. And if I can get it to focus, this right here is kind of there it is. Cool bottle. It's kind of a barbershop type fragrance, maybe a new school barbershop fragrance. Man, it's a little bit of an old school vibe. So those of you who want that old school feel, this one's gonna do it. It opens up with, kind of has these metallic notes in there. There's some spices and some cardamom. So you're gonna get that in there. But the main player in this is this lavender mixed with a honey balm. So it's a lavender and honey balm. That combination of the two just makes this thing it smells amazing. You're gonna get some of the ambers and I think there's some patchouli in here and some leather nuances as well. But the main player is the honey and the leather, the cardamom, and then these metallic accords. So I like metallic accords. So if you like those, this one is one. It's that old, kind of a new school barbershop type fragrance. So it still gives you that classic vibe. It's usually in that $100 range, but I'll have to check. This one does project off of my skin, especially as you get into those spring, the warm spring. You know, it's not super warm, but it just really projects off the skin. It'll leave a scent trail as well. And so that one is a good one to get your nose on. Then the next one on the list here is going to be Ganymede. This is Marc Antoine Ganymede. It's a little bit of a glare, but this one right here is another one of those mineral type fragrances, but it has that mineral, that suede, and that saffron combo. And you know, anything about that saffron is those leathery nuances. This one's kind of versatile. You could pull this off in the spring. I wear it in the summer, not in the highest of heats. It's a little bit much, but man, this one, you know, you could definitely pull this off, you know, between the months of maybe February all the way through September, but it's, as I said, not for the highest of heats. but this is a good fragrance. It has an immortelle core, which is a honey and a tea type of vibe. It has osmanthus, that's that kind of a milky, kind of a creamy milkiness to it, with the mixed of a fruity nuance, maybe an apricot, something of that. Has some warm spices in there and some woods. Get your nose on this one, Ganymede. All right, and that one, beast mode all day into the next day. This is 10-12 hours. You'll go into the next day. It's projecting Sensuel. This is one of the stronger fragrances, so get your nose on that. Then as you move into the summer, one that I love to wear in the summer, a nice affordable fragrance. This is Banana Republic Vintage Green, number 78. You always want to have something that, you know, doesn't cost a whole lot. This one is in that $40 range, sometimes cheaper. That orange and that bergamot, just a freshness and uplifting fragrance. It has a nice fig accord. You're going to get some jasmine and some tea. It's light. It has some, you know, some earthiness from the vetiver. Maybe a sweet earthiness from the moss, and so it's just a good fragrance to get you through the whole summer, man. This one right here, it can be on the highest of heats. It is solid in terms of lasting. This will get you that 6-hour, you know, range. It's just what you need. It projects just enough. It's not a beast mode by any means, but it just enough where it's beyond, just a little bit beyond an arm length, you know, so people can smell you around you, especially when that heat mixes in. Get your nose on this one right here. Can't speak highly enough about that. Then if you want to, you know, spend, well, let's go with this one first. Let's do this one right here. This is Cedrat Boise. I'm going to speed through this one because I talk about it. A lot of people talk about it. It's that good. This is one that's so versatile. It can get you through the whole year, really. But it's good for the summer. All the fruity nuances. It's playful. It's exciting. It's uplifting. You're going to get the citruses and the lemon, the bergamot, the black currant, little hints of mint. And then there's some patchouli in there, so you're going to get a little bit of warmth from the musk. There's some vanilla in here as well. As it dries down, you're going to get that sandalwood and some of that creaminess. This is always get compliments on this one right here. Runs in that $70-$75 range, very affordable. This is long lasting. This will last you. This is the 7-8 hours. It's your standard. This is just the standard in every way. Standard in terms of how long it lasts, standard in terms of projection, cost. This is right there, solid, just a solid fragrance. I like to wear it in the summer, but you could definitely pull this off in other parts of the year as well. Then let's see here. Let's go with this one, and this one right here. You know, it costs a little bit more for. I don't tend to like to spend a lot for the summer because the fragrances tend to be lighter. But Maison French's Kurkdjian's Gentle Fluidity, you gotta try this one. It is just fresh, aromatic. It has the juniper berries. So if you have to like juniper berries, you have to like that piney, sharp, kind of sparkly type of vibe. That's what this one gives off. It has a freshness to it, a cooling vibe to it. You're gonna notice that it has some nice good woods and musk. There's some spices in here, so it's kind of a spicy summer fragrance as well. Not as much as the fruity nuance, more of the spicy. As I said, it's a fresh aromatic, but this one, you know, you'll have to pay $175, maybe upwards to $200. So it's a lot more than the other ones. But hey, you know, if you're only gonna have a certain amount, you know, 3 for the summer, 3 for each season, maybe you're willing to spend that one. Then as you start transitioning into the fall, you know, getting into the later summer months, you know, I wear this in the summer. You all know me. This is Layton by Parfum de Marly. Now, Layton, you all know about Layton. The beautiful apple. It's one of the most beautiful apple lavender fragrances you're going to find. The bergamot in here. There's some orange. You're going to get the cardamom. So you're going to get that green, something baking in the oven. You're going to get creaminess from the sandalwood, and there's some vanilla as it dries down. So man, this right here, man, good fall fragrance. You're can wear it in the winter as well. I wear it in the summer, but I know that it's a lot cooler where I am. It'll run you in that $175 range depending on the size, right? But it projects off your skin. It lasts. It's 7-8 hours. It's going to project farther than arm's length. It leaves a scent trail, so the performance is good. All right, next one on the list here is going to be Noir Extreme by Tom Ford. Now this right here, this is just one of the best you can get, man. Cardamom, saffron, but man, the nutmeg, orange in there. It is you're gonna get the resins, you're gonna get the gourmand type notes, beautiful vanilla in here. It's just probably top 3 fall fragrance you can get, and it works in the winter as well, of course. But man, this is gonna get a lot of use for me. This is just boom, run you in that $120 in that range, depending on the size. I'll leave a link. It lasts 6-7 hours, maybe it's a good 7 hours. It projects. Performance is really good for me off of my skin, at least. So get your nose on that. Then, if you want something a little, that a little bit darker as you get into those October into November months, you're gonna get a Serge Lutens. This is Chergui, and this is that tobacco. You got to get that nice tobacco, honey. It has that incense, kind of a darkness to it, but there's that incense and smoky nuances to it. You're gonna get some earthiness maybe from the hay, and there is a hay core, but it's kind of a sweet hay. There's some hints of iris in here, hints of rose. This is just, man, this right here, one of my wife's favorite fragrances right here. This right here, this lasts all day. It projects. This is where people say, what are you wearing? This right here will do it. I don't know, I haven't checked the price range, but I know that it used to be in that $80, $90 to $100 range, but I'll leave some links once I find it. All right, then I'll run through this one right here. This is Tom Ford's Oud Wood. You all know Oud Wood. Don't have to talk much about it. The only thing about Oud Wood is the performance is not as good as we would like it to be, especially for the price. But it just smells so good, right? You're going to get the oud, that woody nuttiness to it. You're going to get that sandalwood creaminess from that, the cardamom. So you're going to get the aromatic spices to it. It's rich. It's classic. There's a richness to it. You want to dress it up. It's just kind of a professional. You're going to get some tonka bean and maybe hints of maybe vanilla and praline and that kind of vibe. It is just such a quality fragrance, man. I wish it lasted longer. It's probably in that 5-hour range, but man, it does project off of my skin though. It just doesn't last as long as I would like. But man, you talk about compliments, man. This right here, man, get your nose on it. Okay, so next one on the list here, we'll talk about this one right here. You want to have something nice and affordable in the fall, and as you sorry, I'm in the winter now. I'm sorry. I didn't tell you all we were going into winter. This is Frenetic Delicieuse. This is that clone of Dior Fève Delicieuse. And this right here, this is very affordable, and that, I don't know, it's probably like $30 or something. Man, if you want one of the best vanilla fragrances you can get, this is it. It has that caramel, some praline, and just all the sweet nuances. You want to have something, that makes you think of that Thanksgiving sweet potato pie and all those good peach cobblers and all those nice sweet baking goods that you're going to be eating all through the winter. Yeah, this right here, man. You talk about compliments. You talk about just some of that. There's a cherry nuance to it you're going to get. And there's some, and it carries because there's a lavender accord and a mint. So there's some freshness in there and some heft to it that this thing is, you talk about projecting. You talk about sillage. This thing right here, you leave the room, people are still going to be smelling this right here. They're gonna be like, who was in this room? This thing will do it. Tonka bean, Man, it has all the great gourmand accords. Get your nose on it. It's worth a shot. It's like 30 bucks. So you can't complain about that. And then last but not least, this one is a special one, man. This is what I wear on Christmas Day. Usually that's my Christmas Day go-to. This is Parfum de Marly's Oajan. And I'm telling you, yes, it costs maybe over 200 usually. But man, this is better than what do you call it? Angel Share. But to look at it, Angel Share. This is better than Angel Share. That cinnamon, it's a booziness to it. The honey, you're gonna get the osmanthus, that creaminess from the osmanthus, and the benzoin in here. There's the resins. Oh, the resins and the I just last until the next day. Beast mode. Project. This is Christmas in a bottle. It's not overly sweet. They just did a good job on it. It's not, I wouldn't call it a quote gourmand, but it has the gourmand nuances. It's not overly sweet. It has more of a masculinity to it than Angel Share. Man, I just can't speak high of the honey in here. Cinnamon, spice, everything nice. Man, get your nose on it. I've gone over 12 fragrances, 3 for each time of the year: spring, summer, fall, and winter. Hopefully there's some ideas for you all to have a lineup for the year. Go with it. That's all I got for you. If you enjoyed the videos, like and subscribe. This is Marc with Preaching Sense. Catch you in the next video.